All right, so for some folks who they're saying it's a new day in social media. Ruling made yesterday in a defamation suit involving University lecturer Dr. Kenneth Thompson and women's rights advocate Latoya Nugent. Dr. Thompson says he's been vindicated after the Supreme Court yesterday ruled that he be awarded $16 million in damages for allegations by the outspoken women's rights advocate. Says he's relieved, he is grateful. The ruling means that the court has found that the person who made the allegations was not credible. I think I heard him in a bite saying yesterday that at least his reputation can now be restored.
You're not a lawyer, obviously, but how they come up with 16 million?
I don't know how they quantify it, but they would have considered what she said or alleged, the circumstances at the time. Something else was going on at the time that would have made it, I guess, worse. I guess they would have looked at whether it affected, how it affected maybe his earnings. His state of mind, his mental health, his whatever losses he may have incurred, and then try to make a ruling from there.
There's so much things you do to me and say about me on TV and then embarrass me and stuff. Man, I can't get out of that. You see, folks, you see every day, them tell me say, me thief, and I am not.
It's true.
Them say me dunce, and I am not.
Also true.
You see?
What's the third one?
You're on a ship. Me that take even 5 million.
Yeah, even 5. Even 5 million.
Yeah, me never go all the way at 16. You're on a ship full.
Watch it. Okay, wow.
Elephant man faces cops. I saw the video right here on TV. That I didn't see any faces. I didn't know who it was. You saw this gun. This lady had a gun, and then she handed it over to this gentleman. Apparently, they're suggesting that that gentleman was Elephant Man, and it's also suggested that the lady was his sister.
Okay.
Interestingly, the FLA are saying, well, he's not a licensed firearm holder, so we're not investigating anything because we don't have anything to do with that. If you're not a licensed firearm holder, then the FLA, they don't get involved. So apparently the police wants to have a chat with him, and they should have done that yesterday, I think.
Well, if he's not a licensed firearm holder,
the FLA
that's
don't
not
get
easy
involved.
to say.
No, the FLA don't get involved.
They probably wouldn't, but it is a case for the police. Because
it's a case for the police, but not the FLA.
Right.
Because the FLA say, well, him not on our books. Yeah, we never give him any guns, so we don't have no reason to investigate anything. So that's up to the police. So,
well, Ellie's not hiding.
Right, this is what his lawyer was saying.
Yeah, went and faced the police. I guess they would have asked him whatever they need to ask him.
It's because I am just old, why I haven't seen him much on shows and stuff.
First of all, you're not old.
Okay. You still have,
I don't know why you put yourself down
like
like
still
that.
I saw you. You're trying to get out of it. But you see, she had changed up. Right, she's a kind of old and thing. But
And I
you see,
think you're super intelligent.
From a threatened suing, you're on a ship we're full.
Very, superior intellect.
No, but you set me up for something. You're on a ship full. It is too late. We're still coming to court. Yeah, but I haven't seen him at all. That's it, so? He hasn't.
No, I haven't seen him either. I don't know what he's been doing, but he really has not been in the spotlight for quite a while.
Okay, well.
Ebb and flow of fame, I guess. 1 minute you're...
As they say, let's hope that all is well, that ends well. I really don't know what to say about it because I don't know if it was him and I don't know.
Yeah, so we just give the facts and we leave it.
Yeah.
And as you would say, more
and none. What's the next one?
Australia. Tell me about climate change not being real. Australia. Foreign people are freezing to death in the United States. Like 4 or 5 people I read yesterday who literally froze in their homes, thermostat malfunctioning. In Australia, there's a heat wave, record-breaking heat being experienced now in Australia. And then glaciers are melting in other parts of the world where it's supposed to be freezing cold.
I was going to say that because we're talking about Australia, but Niagara Falls freeze up.
Yeah.
I mean, as strong as that water is, and not all of it, but most of it freeze up. Chicago, I was reading yesterday, 47 below. 47 below, folks. Now 32 Fahrenheit, anything below that freeze. And so it reached 47 below. No, they had to light the rails. They had to put fire on the rails so that the rails don't freeze up so the trains could travel. But over in Australia, it's the opposite.
So the US suffering from record freeze.
Yeah.
Australia sweltering through an extreme heat wave. Roads have, listen to this, across the country, roads have melted. Roads have melted. Infrastructure has failed and both animals and fish have died en masse.
Wow. Wow, wow. That is why we give thanks every morning.
Where is it at? Yeah? 46.6 degrees Celsius.
116 Fahrenheit.
In temperatures above 40 degrees, the human body begins to experience heat exhaustion.
Yep.
Once the temperature exceeds 41, the body starts to shut down.
You're in trouble, man.
And they're at 46.6.
You're in trouble. You're in trouble. And Richard just made a point. We live in paradise. We just don't understand what we want. We don't have these extremities that happen all over the world.
Right, but our weather is a little strange now, but we can give thanks for what is happening here, as you say.
So we need to just cool ourselves and stop this.
But it's clear climate change it's clear that it's wreaking havoc all around the world.
So that gentleman is Juan Guaido, I think it's pronounced. He has claimed that he's the president of Venezuela. Some countries have said yes, we agree with that. Some have said no. Russia, China, and Mexico, they back Mr. Maduro. United States have said, well, Mr. Guaido is he's a self-declared interim president. So apparently his family was threatened. Didn't tell me by whom. He says military support is seen as crucial to Mr. Maduro's hold on power, but Mr. Guaido says he's had secret meetings with the military to win support for getting rid of Mr. Maduro.
Yeah, right.
So we're waiting to see what will happen. We interviewed a senior journalist from CNN yesterday, and I asked the question because President Trump was asked the question about military intervention. The United States have this way for going at them going to people's country and tell them what to do. I'd like to see the country work out their own problems, but let's see what happens there. Sometimes you need, especially when it comes to the human rights stuff, you need someone to go in and say, well,
of course,
what's going on here? But let's hope that things will be worked out in Venezuela. So